Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
Great, thank you.
We thank you so very much for coming out on this Saturday morning to the parent camp. And of course, we are celebrating National Parent Leadership Month. And it's to you parents because you are leaders. At this time, we will go ahead with our agenda. On around, of course, we have our child care workers, and they will take your children to the child care center in the First Steps office in the back. Of course, this is February, and we're also going to do a little bit about Black history. And at this time, we will have Ms. Carolyn Young, Dr. Carolyn Young, who's our social worker for the Lee County School District, will come at this time to give you a little insight on Black history and being a young person that she has her granddaughter that will show you a video.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The inspiration video, like Ms. Frederick said, is a little about Black history, but I'll give you a little information about it. The young lady that you're going to see on this video is my granddaughter. She goes to school in Orangeburg Consolidated 5. She is a 5th grader. She's 10 years old. And what they do in Orangeburg, they have 8 elementary schools in that particular district. They take their 4th and 5th graders, and what the 4th and 5th graders at each one of those schools, they compete. They have a professional panel of judges that judge and decide who's going to participate. She won at her school. She goes to Relmont Elementary School. She won at her school. And then after these 8 contestants are picked, then they come and they compete against each other. So out of the 8 contestants, she won 2nd place. But we thought that, when I showed it to my co-workers, they thought that this would inspire parents to see what our young people really, really can do. So at this moment and this time, we're going to look at a short clip. It's very short, maybe about 5 minutes, because they do some other things before she speaks. But we're going to look at a short clip of a speech that she said. And after the speech, last Sunday she went and she spoke before the NAACP in Orangeburg. And then I'm thinking next she's going to go to the State House, but we're not quite sure. And then the Zeta came to her school the other day and presented her with a check for $55, and also because she was one of the 2 children that's on the honor roll. This is a low-performing school, but she chose to go to this school because her mother teaches there. Not because she has to go there, but she wants to go where her mother is. So with all that said, Coach Robinson is going to show the clip. It's going to be over here.
Yes.
This way.
Continuing the dream. My name is Tamia Yarbrough, and I stand here tonight to answer the question, what can I achieve in my lifetime because of what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. achieved in his? What does it mean to achieve? Achieve means to reach or attain by effort, skill, or courage. Because of what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. achieved in his lifetime, I can achieve anything I desire. I can become a legacy of leadership. I know not to judge people by their skin color, but I can become a Supreme Court judge despite my gender or my skin color. I am continuing the dream. I know if it wasn't for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I would have been denied some of the educational opportunities that were available to me. Therefore, because of what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. achieved in his lifetime, I strive to succeed in my educational pursuits. I am continuing the dream. Blacks did not always sleep in flowery beds of ease. They did not sleep the morning late or get up when they bleed. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once stated, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice on social issues that are affecting America. People worldwide still feel the effects of racism. Now let's pause for a moment of silence in memory of Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Walter Scott, and let's not forget Mother Emanuel and the Charleston Nine. In order to make things better, people need to open the lines of communication and discuss these injustices. Each person needs to be the best that they can be, bringing passion and spirit to the world like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. did. Solutions to every problem will not happen overnight, but progress can be made by taking one step at a time. I can try and help by inspiring one person who in turn will hopefully inspire someone else, create a chain effect until the spirit of love touches many people. I am continuing the dream. They may have killed the dreamer, but not the dream. One of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s greatest contributions and left for all of us to know is that dreams, they can come true. If one's mind can conceive it and one's heart can believe it, then one can achieve it. The great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stated, whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. I can never be what I ought to be until you and you are what you ought to be. In conclusion, I stand here today to ask all of you, what can you achieve in your lifetime because of what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. achieved in his? So, my family, stand up. Superintendent and administrators and teachers, stand up. And everyone else in the audience, stand up. Because when we all stand together, we can all continue the dream. So let's continue the dream.
That was awesome. Thank you, Taruka.
And the other were fifth graders, and they had to speak in front of an audience, and they were judged by professional judges, and it was about 200 people in that church that they spoke before. So basically, this is just some things that our young people with us backing them can really do.
Thank you, Dr. Young. Wasn't that inspiring? Yes.
The children that was sent out should have been to see that as well.
Well, we can show it again during lunchtime. We'll make sure they see.